Hi, welcome to Virtual CB1A. This is Miss Rena, and for today's video discussion, we are going to talk about perpendicular and parallel lines. So, chapter 3 na tayo. So, we will start our discussion with lines and angles. So, when do we say that two lines are parallel? So, dito medyo familiar na kayo. When two lines are parallel, we know that they will never ever meet no matter how much or how far you extend them. But the problem is, hindi lang yun yung definition ng parallel lines. Kasi meron din tayong ibang lines na hindi naman sila parallel, pero hindi sila nag-i-intersect. So, yun yung ide-define natin dito sa una nating paragraph. So, lines and angles, relationships between lines. Two lines are parallel lines if they are coplanar and do not intersect. So, one condition para maging parallel ang dalawang line is for them to be contained in the same plane. Kapag nasa magkaibang plane sila, hindi sila pwedeng maging parallel. Okay? Now, bakit specific tayo with the definition that they should be coplanar? Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, may mga lines din tayo na hindi naman parallel, pero hindi rin magmi-meet kahit kailan. So, ang tawag naman natin doon, skew lines. So, lines that do not intersect and are not coplanar are skew lines. So, kailan nagkakaroon ng skew lines? Pag may dalawa kang plane, halimbawa, U and W. Um, para maliwanag, drawing ko to sa kabila. Or drawingan natin siya dito sa kabila. So, meron tayong U and W na plane. Pag nag-drawing ako dyan ng dalawang line, halimbawa ito yung line 1. Tapos ito yung line 2. May dalawa kayong papel, nag-drawing kayo ng dalawang linya. Hindi naman sila parallel, 'di ba? Kasi yung isa, ganito yung slope, yung isa, ganito yung slope. Kung nasa isang plane sila, magi-intersect yan. But, the problem is, they are in two separate planes. So, kahit na-extend mo si line 2 ng pagkalayo-layo at si line 1 ng pagkalayo-layo, hindi yan magmi-meet kahit kailan. Although they are not parallel, wala silang parehas na slope, hindi sila katulad nito na magkamuka, hindi pa rin sila magmi-meet because they are in two different planes. So, we call them skew lines. Tapos, ito naman mga ganito, they are contained in one plane. Tapos, magkamukha sila, para sila ng slope. No matter how much you extend them, hindi sila magmi-meet kahit kailan. Ito naman yung mga parallel lines. Okay? Okay. Similarly, two planes that do not intersect are parallel planes. So, kapag ka meron kang dalawang papel, for example, that are leveled with one another, for example, katulad nito, meron kang dalawang papel, i-erect mo sila, parehas ng 90 degrees sa isang surface, hindi yan magmi-meet kahit kailan. Hindi yan mag-overlap. Think of it as, yung mga floors ng bahay natin or floors ng mga building. For example, nasa ground floor kayo. Ito yung building, ha? So, yung ground floor, as in yung ground mismo, ito yung ground. Di ba plane yan? Plane yan. So, this is plane 1. Yung floor. Ground floor. Yan. Tapos, pagka nasa second floor ka na, ito yung sahig ng second floor. Teka, ba't ganito yung spelling ko ng plane? Ayusin ko yung spelling ko ng plane, ha? This is plane. Yan. So, sa real life situation, may ground floor tayo. Plane 1 yon. Second floor. Plane 2 na to. Now, look at the characteristic of plane 1 and plane 2. Magmi-meet ba sila kahit kailan? Hindi. Kasi parehas silang 90 degrees with respect to the ground. Ayan. Hindi sila magmi-meet kahit kailan. Okay? Kung i-extend pa natin yan, parang sa mga buildings naman, lahat sila 90 degrees, di ba? Ang pangit naman kung may building ka tapos tabingi yung floor. Hindi naman yun valid. So, ito mismo. Yan. May plane 3 ka. Plane 1, 2, and 3 are parallel with one another because they have the same slope and they will never intersect no matter how much you extend them. Okay? If, for example, gusto nyo i-extend yung building, edi i-extend nyo rin yung plane, hindi yan magmi-meet kahit kailan. There is no way that any two planes or any two floors will meet. Okay? Same idea rin dito. Mag-drawing ka ng linya sa plane 3, mag-drawing ka ng linya sa plane 2. Since magkaiba sila ng plane, hindi sila mag intersect kahit kailan, kahit pa hindi sila parallel. Kasi they are skew lines. Nasa magkaibang plane sila. Okay? Okay. Mas madali magturo pag nandito kayo. Mas madali magpakita ng example. Okay, so to write line AB is parallel to line CD, we are going to make use of this symbol. Ayan. Dalawang elongated na L. Yan. Elongated na L na hindi mag-intersect kahit kailan. So, basta nakita kayo ng ganito. For example, line R is parallel to line N. Ibig sabihin, they will never intersect no matter what. Okay? Yan. Triangles, like those on line AB and CD, ito, yung kulay red, are used on diagrams to indicate that lines are parallel. So, segment and rays are parallel if they lie on parallel lines. So, for example, meron tayong segment AB. Since si segment AB ay contained within line AB, si segment AB ay parallel with the segment contained in line CD. Eh, ang contained na line segment kay CD ay si segment CD. So, segment AB is congruent to segment BC. Para mas malinaw yung sinasabi dito sa definition na to, drawing tayo dito ng representation. Oops. Limbawa, ito. Meron tayo ditong A, B, C. Yan. Tapos, meron tayo ditong D, E, F. So, ang segments daw that is contained on two parallel lines or parallel segments. So, meron dito tayong line. Mag-define tayo. Line AC is parallel to line DF. So, yung mga rays nila and segments are also parallel. For example, meron tayong ray AB. So, si ray AB, ito siya, ray AB. So, mula dito kay 1, papunta kay B, passing through C, to the right. So, parallel yan kay, for example, gamitin natin si EF naman. Or FE, yan. FE. So, parallel din yan kay ray FE. Kahit pa iba yung direction na pupuntahan nila. So, si ray FE, ito naman siya. So, ito si E, ito si F. Yan. So, ito si ray FE. So, di ba para sila ng slope, tapos parallel din sila, although magkaiba sila ng pupuntahan, they will never meet no matter what. Also, ano pa ba? Si BC, segment BC. Parallel yan with segment DE. Yan. Okay? So, kapag component sila ng dalawang parallel na line, automatically yung rays and segments within those two lines are also parallel. Okay? Now, we have example number 1, identifying relationships in space. Think of each segment in the diagram as part of a line. Which of the lines appear to fit the description? Kunyari, hindi muna natin alam yung solution. Copy natin siya dito sa kabila. Okay. So, unahin natin yung letter A, parallel to AB. Unahin natin yung dito, parallel to AB. Huwag natin kakalimutan yung condition ng parallel line. Ako ayaw niya mabura. Ayun. So, condition ng parallel lines, unang-una, must be coplanar. Pangalawang condition, must never intersect. Later on, may algebra rin to. May i-compute din tayong values para malaman natin kung parallel or hindi. But in the meantime, settle muna tayo dito sa dalawang definition. So, si AB. Saan contained si AB? We know that intersection of two planes is a line segment, di ba? So, si AB, line AB, is in plane ABCD and plane, ito, yun nandito, we have ABFE. ABFE. So, ang pwede lang nating tingnan na parts, gawin natin siyang pink, ay itong dalawa. Ay, masyado siyang intense. Yan. Ang pwede lang nating tingnan na plane ay ito. Okay? At saka ito. Yan. Yan, naka-green lang. Sila lang yung pwede nating i-consider sa paghahanap ng mga parallel lines. Huwag nyo titingnan ito, si BCGF. Huwag nyo ring titingnan si EFGH at saka si CDHG. Yan, di sila kasali. So, dito na tayo sa dalawa. Ano yung parallel kay AB? Hindi niya may intersect. May intersect niya si AD, may intersect niya si BC. So, ang hindi lang niya may intersect ay si CD. Okay? So, ang sagot natin dito, isa, kung napalitan, segment CD. Pwede nyo rin gamitin yung symbol na line CD. It's up to you. Yan. Pero, dun sa ABFE, ang meron naman tayo ay CEF. Okay? So, yun naman yung hindi magi-intersect sa kanya. Is it clear? Hopefully it is. Now, let's talk about perpendicular. So, dito, it is obviously a cube. Ang mga cube, lahat ng lahat ng faces niyan, yung mga ganito, yung mga plane niya, are perpendicular to each other. So, sa cube, ang faces niyan ay squares. Pag sinabi nating square, adjacent sides are perpendicular. So, ito naman yung symbol natin for perpendicularity. Ayan. Parang bubuo sila ng 90 degrees. Hello po. Okay, so nasaan na ako? Ito, symbol ng perpendicularity, bubuo siya ng 90 degrees with one another. Or simply binaligtad na T. Okay? So, perpendicular to AB and contains D. So, dapat daw, kasali tong point na to, si D. Clear muna natin tong ating space. Tapos, tingnan naman natin kung sino-sino yung mga magko-contain kay D. So, ilan yung mga planes na nagko-contain kay D? Mag-mark ulit tayo. Ano kaya maganda dito? Ito bang blue? Visible pa rin? Ay, hindi masyadong visible. Green na lang ulit para safe. So, nagko-contain kay D, ito, plane CDHG, plane ABCD, at saka ito, tong plane, parang nakuha lahat, 'di ba? Pero yung likod niyan hindi sakop. Ayan. Plane ADHE. Okay. Sila lang yung mga nagko-contain with D. Alin dito yung mga bubuo ng square with D? Para mas maganda yung visualization natin, drawing ko yung mga plane. Di ba sabi natin, ang cube, ang mga faces niya, square. So, pag binalibaligtad nyo yung mga cube, makakakuha kayo ng mga square for every face. So, ito, this is AD, CB, or ABCD. Yung isa pang plane natin, na nagko-contain kay D, yung hinighlightan natin dito, we have DC, GH. And finally, ADHE. ADHE. Yan. Ito yung tatlong side, ha? So, ngayon, hanap na tayo ng mga perpendicular kay D. So, dito ang clue lang, dapat yung point of intersection niya, laging D. So, di ba may inverted T tayo? Lagi siyang bubuo ng letter T or letter L with D. So, meron tayong AD, tsaka CD. Yan, contained sila within the same plane. So, meron tayong AD is perpendicular to CD. Kasi kapag perpendicular na lines, dapat contained din sila within the same plane. Dito naman, D ulit. We have CD and HD. So, CD is perpendicular to HD. And finally dito, we have AD perpendicular to HD ulit. Yan. Lagi lang silang involved kay D. Hindi kasi kasya dito, so dito ko na lang nilagay. Okay? I think we have to use another page kasi puno na. So, I am going to paste it again dito. Tapos doon na tayo sa letter C. Yan. Skew. Pag sinabi nating skew kay AB, tapos nagko-contain daw ng D, dapat magkaibang plane sila. Okay? So, si AB ay nasa plane ABCD. So, lahat ng mga may connection kay D, nawala kay ABCD. So, meron tayong DH, meron tayong DE, meron tayong DG. Ano pa bang meron dito? Meron pa ba? DF! Ayun, meron pang isa na hindi na isulat ng ating aklat. Meron pa tayong nandito, si DF. So, sagot natin dito, we have not contained in ABCD. But a line segment connected to D, we have DE, DF, DG, at saka DH. Yan. Silang apat. Hindi yan connected lahat kay ABCD or hindi yan contained within ABCD. Next, name the planes that contains D and appear to be parallel to ABE. Plane ABE, edi ito yun. ABFE. Ito yun, tong square na to. Si plane ABE ay ABFE. Contains D and appears to be parallel. Edi ito lang. Ito lang. Yan. Yan, tong dalawa. Anong pangalan nito? Pwede mo siyang pangalanan na plane, any 3 points, CDG, pwede mo rin siyang pangalanan na DHG, o kaya, kung gusto mo manigurado, pwede mong gamitin yung apat. Plane, CDGH. Pwede mong gamitin lahat yung apat na points. Pero, sabi nga natin, to make a plane, all we need is 3 non-collinear points. Ano pa ba ibang pwedeng pangalan nito? CDG, tatlo. CDH. Yan. Meron pa ba? DHG. Parang yun lang, no? Yun lang ba? Yun lang. Okay na yan. Basta ito yung mga pwede niyang pangalan. Okay? So, nasolve na natin sa example 1, A, B, C, and D. If you want to check the solution here, yan, nandyan din siya. Now, let's move forward to the two postulates. We have parallel and perpendicular postulates. Unahin natin si parallel postulate. So, postulate 13, if there is a line and a point on the line, then there is exactly one line through the point parallel to the given line. So, ito lang siya. If there is a line, ang line natin ay L, and then there is exactly one line through the point parallel to the given line. So, meron daw tayong, para malinaw siya, ang kokopyahin ko lang ay ito. Yan. So, ang sinasabi lang nito, meron ka daw line. Halimbawa, ito yung line natin. This is line L. Tapos, meron tayong isang point. This is point N. For example, through point N, isa lang daw yung pwede mong i-drawing na line parallel with L. So, through point N, isa lang yung mag-e-exist na line dyan parallel to L. Okay? So, yun lang yung sinasabi ng parallel postulate. Now, let's go to postulate number 14, perpendicular postulate. If there is a line and a point not on the line, then there is exactly one line through the point perpendicular to the given line. So, ganun lang din ulit. Meron ka isang line, meron ka isang point, tawagin ulit natin silang line L at saka point N. Through point N, isa lang daw yung pwede mong i-drawing na line perpendicular to line L. Okay? Lagi lang yung one line, 1 point. Okay. Don't forget these postulates kasi mahalaga yan. For the construction, hindi ko na ito papakita. Medyo nararamihan na tayo ng demo for construction. Alam ko kaya nyo na to sundan. Just use a compass and then practice. Ito na, masaya na to. Transversal. So, identifying angles formed by transversal. So, first, let's define a transversal. A transversal is a line that intersects two or more coplanar lines at different points. For instance, in the diagram below, we have T as the transversal. So, ang dalawang line natin that is contained on the plane is this line, ito. Ito, tingnan niyo yung arrow ko. Ito. Yan. Ito yung isang line contained on the plane. This is another line contained on the plane. This is the transversal T. I-intersect niya yung dalawang lines on the transversal. The angles formed by two lines and the transversal are given special names. Familiar na kayo dun sa vertical angles. Kasi pagka nagkaroon ka ng intersection ng transversal at saka nung lines on the plane, magkakaroon ka ng vertical angles. But aside from that, we have other special angle pairs. Let's start with corresponding angle. Tingnan nyo tong dalawang red. We have 1 and 5. When we say corresponding angles, two angles or corresponding angles if they occupy corresponding positions. Medyo hindi siya malinaw, 'di ba? So, i-aano ko siya. Mas ika-clarify ko siya dito. So, ano yung additional properties ng corresponding angles na hindi sinabi dun sa reference natin? So, pag corresponding angles, they are on the same side of the transversal. So, on the same side of the transversal sila. So, si 1 at si 5, nasa same side ng transversal, di ba? Another thing that you have to consider, dapat 1 is interior, the other is an exterior angle. So, dapat, one is an interior angle and the other should be an exterior angle. So, si 1, exterior angle siya. Si 5, interior angle siya. Ano ibig sabihin ng interior at ng exterior? Pag interior, nasa loob. Nasa loob siya nung nasa loob siya na angle. Di ba nag-cut tayo dito? Ang mga nasa loob ay 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ang mga nasa labas ay 1, 2, 7, and 8. Hindi sila enclosed. Okay? Pangatlong indicator that it is a pair of corresponding angle. They are non-adjacent. Dapat hindi sila magkadikit. So, kapag ka 1 and 3, di ba 1 and 3? Check siya dito. On the same side of the transversal. 1 and 3, check din siya dito. One is an interior, the other is an exterior. Pero, X siya dito. Kasi hindi sila non-adjacent. Magkadikit sila. So, pangalanan natin lahat ng corresponding angles. So, dito, corresponding angles. Siyempre, given na sa example, 1 and 5. Another is 3 and 7. Lagyan natin ng pamanda. Yan. Si 3 at saka si 7. Next. Si 2 at saka si 6. Yan. We have here 2 and 6. And finally, C, 8 and 4. Yan, kinolor coding ko na para madali nyo siyang makikita. 3 and 7, 2 and 6, 4 and 8. Yan yung kompletong listahan natin ng mga corresponding angles. Okay? Okay, next. Let's talk about alternate exterior angles. Nauna natin yung definition ng exterior angles kesa dun sa um, definition ng alternate exterior. Okay lang yan. At least, alam na natin na nasa labas sila pag exterior. So, these are two angles or alternate exterior angles if they lie outside the two lines on opposite sides of the transversal. So, outside of the two lines, ito yung dalawang line natin. Ang nasa labas niya ay 1, 2, at saka 7 and 8. On the opposite sides of the transversal. May kulang na ulit dito. Kasi, di ba ang mga indicator natin, sinabi na nga dito, must be exterior angles. Pangalawa, must be on opposite sides. Meron pa yung pangatlo. Yun yung word na alternate. Hindi lang siya maliwanag dito. Must be non-adjacent. Kasi kung titingnan mo lang dito, 1 and 2, masasatisfy niya yung mga nakalagay dito. Nasa outside sila and they are from different sides. But, you must also take note that they must be non-adjacent. So, si 1 and 2, hindi na yan pwede. Kasi, magkadikit sila. So, si 1, hindi siya pwede i-pair kay 7 kasi same side. Hindi siya pwede i-pair kay 2 kasi non-adjacent. Dapat, ang pwede na lang i-pair sa kanya ay si 8. Lagay ulit tayo ng mga markings kung sino pa yung ibang magkakapartner. So, C2 at saka C7. So, ano-ano yung mga pairs natin? Let's write it here. 1 and 8 at saka 2 and 7. Okay? Okay. Sakit na ng likod ko. Next. Alternate interior. Kapares lang din to halos nung kanina. Kaso sa loob naman tayo titingin. Para madali yung explanation ko, kukopyahin ko na lang yun nandito. Ay, hindi pala pwede. Paano kaya to? What happened? Seven, 9. Okay. Gets. So, ito ay i-delete ko lang. Tamad kasi ako magsulat. Tapos ito ay ikakopy ko. Pabalik. Yan. So, alternate interior na tayo. May papalitan lang tayo sa definition. Kasi hindi na siya must be exterior. It must be interior. So, dapat interior angle sila. Pag sinabing interior, edi lie between the two lines opposite the sides of the transversal. So, nasa inside, ang mga choices lang natin ay 3, 4, 5, 6. Yun lang. Yung apat lang. So, must be interior angles, 3, 4, 5, 6. Must be on opposite side. Si 3 ay pwede mo na lang i-pair kay 4 at 6. Must be non-adjacent. Tanggal na si 4, si 6 na lang yung compatible sa kanya. And then, for the other, we have 5 and 4. 5 and 4. Okay? Interior, laging magkaiba ng side. Ano lang sila? Magkatahilisan. Diagonal sa isa't isa. Yon. Now, consecutive. So, two angles are consecutive interior angles if they lie between the two lines on the same side of the transversal. So, ito, lahat ng details nandyan na. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Nakalagay, interior angles, so, consecutive interior. Ito yung isa pang pair, 4 and 6. Obviously, kung meron tayong consecutive interior, merong consecutive exterior later on. So, 3 and 5, at saka 4 and 6. Sila yung magkakapartner for consecutive interior angles. So, consecutive interior angles are sometimes called same-side interior angles. Now, identifying angle relationships, list all pairs of angles that fit the description. Practicein natin yung ginawa natin kanina. Ah, kakopy natin tong drawing. Yan. Unahin natin si A, corresponding. So, kay corresponding, pagka sinabi daw natin na corresponding, they are from the same side of the transversal. One is interior, the other is exterior. And they must be non-adjacent. So, lagyan natin ng marking si corresponding. Corresponding ay 1 at saka 5. Tapos, 3 and 7. Dat pala ano? Ay, dat pala, dito ko siya nilagay para kanya-kanya sila ng graph. 'Di ba? So, 1 and 5, 3 and 7, 2 and 6, 4 and 8. Yan, sila yung mga corresponding. So, sulat na natin sila. 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 8. Ganito ako magsulat ng end ha. Hindi ko pala na-warning sa inyo earlier. Basta ganyan ako magsulat ng end. Baka hindi nyo maintindihan. Next, we have B. Dito natin ilagay si... Saan kaya natin lalagay si B? Dito na lang si B. Yan. So, kopyahin ko ulit to. Para may tigi-tigi sa silang graph. Alternate exterior. Mag-shade ulit tayo ng magkakapartner. Alternate exterior, 1 and 8. Next, 2 and 7. Must be exterior angles, non-adjacent, and from opposite sides. Sulat natin sila. 1 and 8. At saka 2 and 7. Okay? So, yan. Tama tayo so far. And then, copy ko lang to dun sa susunod na slide. Excuse me? Saan na tayo? Huh? Wala yung sinasagutan natin. Hello? Saan yung ginagawa ko? Ay, nabura ko siya. Okay lang yan. Copying ko na lang ulit. Yan. Nasa ano na tayo? Letter C. So, dito natin ilagay si letter C. And then, dito natin ilagay si letter D. Letter D. Okay. Alternate interior. So, ang titingnan lang natin ay si 3, 4, 5, 6. Must be interior angle. Must be non-adjacent. Tanggal na si 4. Must be from opposite side. So, 3, 6. And then si 4 kay 5. We have 3 and 6, 4 and 5. Finally, we have consecutive interior. Must be on the same side. What are on the same side and interior? 3, 5, 4, 6. Hindi ko nalalagyan ng ano ha, ng markings. 4 and 6. 3, 5, 4, 6. Yan. Nilagyan ko pa rin ng markings, di ba? Okay. So, step by step, napakita natin kung paano sila ginagawa. I hope that was clear. Since hindi pa nagloloko yung internet natin, mag-take advantage tayo sa oras. Doon na tayo sa proof and perpendicular lines. Okay. So, for proof and perpendicular lines, we are going to compare different types of proof. Hindi ko na siya isa-isahin kasi familiar na kayo with the two-column proof. Ano pa lang, algebraic proof pa lang, ginagamit na natin si two-column proof. And then, on the previous lesson, natutunan natin kung paano gumamit ng paragraph proof. Now, we are going to show what a flow proof looks like. So, it uses arrows to show the flow of the logical argument. Each reason in a flow proof is written below the statement it justifies. So, kung ito yung ating problem, comparing types of proof example, the given is 5 and 6 are a linear pair. When we say a linear pair, they are adjacent angles and their sum is 180. They are supplementary and adjacent. 5, 6. Tapos si 6 and 7, linear pair din daw. Again, they are supplementary and they are adjacent. We have to prove that 5 is congruent with 7. So, dito vertical line si 5 and 7, di ba? We have to prove that they are congruent. Method 1, two-column proof. Familiar na kayo dito, di ba? Left-hand side statements, right-hand side reasons. Method 2, paragraph proof. Ita-translate nyo lang siya into sentences. Una yung reason, followed by the symbols, or vice versa. As long as you are not violating any grammatical rule, okay lang yan. Ngayon, ano yung sinasabi ni flow proof? So, si flow proof, you will start with the given. Nasa baba nung statement, yung reason. So, 5 and 6 are a linear pair. The reason is because it is given. 5 and 6 are supplementary. The reason is because of the linear pair postulate. And then, you will start with the given. Immediately after that, meron tayong arrow going to the second statement. Next, meron tayong another given. Immediately after that, meron tayong linear pair postulate. And they will all lead to the conclusion that is angle 5 is congruent to angle 7 using the congruent supplements theorem. So if you will take notice here, dalawang given, pero itong given na to, the first given is for the first statement in number 2, linear pair postulate, and then the second given from number 1 is for the second statement in number 2, and they will all lead to number 3. So, yan. May hierarchy tayo. Diagram lang siya, ha? All pointing to the given. Now, let's go to goal number 2. Inuha akong tubig. Wait lang. Proving results about perpendicular lines. So, we have 3 theorems here. All about perpendicular lines. If two lines intersect to form a linear pair of congruent angles, then the lines are perpendicular. So, kapag ka daw meron kang, for example, this is line H, tapos, nag-intersect siya with line G, tapos nakapag-create ka ng congruent na angles, automatically, your linear pair will give you perpendicular lines, each of 90 degrees. Kasi, kung isang line siya, diretso, 180 siya. Tapos, kung nag-intersect siya, tapos nagkaroon ka ng equal na angles, tig 90-90 yun, di ba? Eh, di ba kapag ka perpendicular lines, it is equal to 90 degrees. So, you will have two lines, G and H, perpendicular. Next, if two sides of two adjacent acute angles are perpendicular, then the angles are complementary. Dito hindi masyadong kita kung ano yung sinasabi niya. So, to make it clearer, kopyahin ko siya dito sa kabila. Sometimes, maybe I am elaborating things kahit na obvious sila. Kasi hindi ko talaga alam kung kailangan kong magbigay ng mas malalim na definition. Hindi ko kasi alam kung naiintindihan nyo na talaga ako or hindi. Kasi nga, hindi tayo magkakasama sa isang classroom. So, para sure, bigay na lang ako ng bigay ng maraming example. Okay? So, lagyan natin sila ng mga pangalan. Yan. R, E, N. Tapos ito si A. Yan. So, meron tayong dalawang angles. Si angle REA at saka si angle NEA. Yan. If two sides of two adjacent acute angles are perpendicular, then the angles are complementary. Ano yung perpendicular sa kanya? Si RE is perpendicular to EN. That makes REA plus NEA equal to 90 degrees. Okay, yun lang yung sinasabi nito. If two sides, RE, of two adjacent acute angles are perpendicular, RE is perpendicular to EN, then the angles are complementary. Next. If two lines are perpendicular, then they intersect to form four right angles. To visually, kita na kaagad. Pag perpendicular, yung dalawang lines, pag in-extend mo sila on both direction, you will have four quadrants. Each of them is perpendicular to one another. Okay? Uh-huh. Okay, so this is the outline of the proof. Nag-flow chart tayo. Pakita na rin natin siya isa-isa. Proof of Theorem 3.1. Ang given natin, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Angle 1 and 2 are a linear pair. Ang sinasabi ni Theorem 1 kanina, if you have a linear pair, tapos may nag-intersect sa kanya, and you ended up with congruent angles, automatically, the original line and the line that intersected it will produce a pair of perpendicular lines. So you have to prove that G is perpendicular to H. Plan natin for proof. Gamitan natin ng measurement si angle 1 tsaka si angle 2. Sabi, angle 1 and 2 are linear pair. So the measurement of angle 1 and measurement of angle 2 must be equal to 180 degrees. So, and you have to show that the measurement of angle 1 is equal to the measurement of angle 2. Nakalagay na siya dito. Using congruence, angle congruence, we have angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. To show that the measurement of angle 1 is equal to 90. So, statement 1 and 2 are a linear pair. The reason is that it is given. Next, angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary. So, linear pair postulate. Next, angle 1 and angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. Definition of supplementary angles. Another given, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. I-transform natin sila into algebraic property of equality using the measurement of 1 and 2. Measurement of angle 1 is equal to the measurement of angle 2. This is by definition of congruent angles. They will all lead to the property that the measurement of angle 1 plus measurement of angle 2 is equal to 180 by substitution property of equality. Meron ka dito measurement of angle 1, measurement of angle 2, 180. Measurement of 1 is equal to measurement of 2. Palitan natin si measurement of 2 ng measurement of 1 din. M1, M1 na lang siya. Okay? Next, distributive property of equality. Actually, you are just factoring this out. So, twice. Combine mo lang sila. Combine like terms. 2 measurement of 1, angle 1, twice the measurement of angle 1 is equal to 180. And using division property of equality or multiplication property of equality, divide both sides by 2, you will end up with 90. So, measurement of angle 1 is a right angle. Therefore, angle G is perpendicular to, or line G is perpendicular to line H. Definition of perpendicular lines. Ganyan lang siya. Okay. So, tapos na tayo dito. And, masyado na mahaba yung discussion natin. Lapit na siyang mag-isang oras. 53 minutes na siya. I'm going to end the lesson at this point. And then, on the next video, we are going to discuss parallel lines. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much for listening and see you next time. Bye-bye.